Just a gentle rain will turn the grass green. Just a gentle rain will turn this brown grass green.
Hey, good night, evening, and good night. How's everybody doing? I don't know why I said good night. We're not about to end. We're just starting. My brain is all over the place. It is Tuesday. Welcome to the Author's Porch, where every good conversation starts. Tonight we have Anastasia, my wonderful, fantastic co-host. How you doing, love?
Good evening. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Tonight we are bringing you Patty Holmes to the porch. How are you doing, Patty?
I'm doing fantastic.
It is so good to see you. And before we got on live, we were talking about Patty's shirt. I says, "You look like you are a whole boss in that shirt, Patty. That is a fierce color." So we are loving that Patty is coming on looking like she is ready to just bust out and tell everybody, "Read my book."
Yes.
You better
So
get it.
yeah. And I actually heard about Patty through lovely Jess Campbell's podcast, Intuitive Angel Healer. And I'm so glad that I was able to listen to your interview with Jess, because when I heard your story, I mean, my breath was taken away at your story. And I'm not going to tell all of your story because you telling it is so much more intriguing than me telling it, obviously. I mean, I like to tell stories, don't get me wrong, but so guys, Patty is a published author. She also has an entertainment company, and she is absolutely living the American dream. And when I say living the American dream, you have to hear it from the beginning, how this all started for her, and then you will understand what I say living the American dream, and how she came from where she started to where she is now, and why that red shirt and being so fierce is so important right now in her life. So Patty, if you could give us from the start, and obviously I don't want to give you I don't want you to give everything away because I want them to read it in your book, but give us, give us some juice, give us some of that interesting story that you have that is so amazing.
Good evening to everybody. Thank you for being here. I believe I have some friends watching this. Friends. I used to work in the bank. I think few of them are in there. I have several friends that they always say, Patty, you need to do something in English. And I'm just like, I'm sorry, yes. One of the things that I want to start with, currently, my book is in Spanish, but I'm working on translator. It's coming up. I'm guessing around the end of the summer is coming ready in English. I'm going to make a big thing and I'm going to throw it and you have to go and get it. But if you're bilingual and you're watching this, right now the book is in Spanish. So,
So I want to tell you real quick, Patty, before we came on the show, because my mother-in-law is Spanish speaking, and me and her connect in so many ways, even though we don't communicate a whole lot because I speak English and she speaks Spanish, but we do talk in our own way, right? Um,
mhm.
I bought her this book because, and I bought it the Spanish version for her because I know that once after she reads it in Spanish, then I read it in English. It's another thing that we can connect on. So you're bringing us together. I wanted to let you know that I'm so excited for her to read
Oh,
this book.
yes. Thank you. That is a big thing for me. Thank you so much. But um, how I what I- why I write the book, because a good friend of me, I have this idea in my head, and she heard my story, and she's like, "You have to write it," and I just like, me writing? I don't know. I was guessing, and it's funny because when I give her the, how say that, the manuscript, because she write the forehead for my book, because she's the one that empowered me and not pushing, but she empowered me to do it. And she guided me a little bit, you know, she hold my hand and say, look, do this and do that. And when she was reading, you know, this the pre-book, you know, all the information on it, she texts me one day and she say, I don't believe it. And you guessing in yourself. That words, they just still in my brain when she say that to me. And now I'm not guessing myself. So writing a book helps you to develop yourself too. And well, what I did with this book is I write my memoirs. It's a memoirs book. It's around 6-7 memoirs. And I have two, one when I was little, a girl, and then I have a one when I was a teenager. And in the middle of the book is, I think it's the more kind like that you are going to sit down in the edge of the seat when you read this, because it's how I get here to United States. And thank you for your words. They say that I holding the American dream. Yes, I do. I'm proud to say that. I am, but I want to add something about that for all the American people that are watching this and listening this. The American dream is not only for immigrants, it's for everyone, it's for everybody. I love this country with all my heart, and you know, they give me so much opportunity. Even so, the way I came to this country, and in the book, I say how I did it. So I walked 3 nights in the desert, pregnant, with my baby girl in my belly, and the other one I have a 7-year-old while I was crossing, and she, because she was young, one of the guys that was helping us, you know, to cross the border, he say no, it's too little and it's too dangerous, so they cross her from other place, more safe, if you want to say that. Now I see it, I just like, no, they know what's safe, what I was doing.
Yeah.
I just pull my hair now. I just like what I was doing, what I was thinking. And
Yeah.
even so, I say that in the book, you know, like what I was thinking, oh my God, you know. And but I'm not regret, because if the what if is not exist, you know, what if it is what it is. So I did it, and I just, okay, go with the flow.
Yeah. And I love that you say that what if does not exist. And I want everyone to sit and ponder that for a minute. If you live in a world where what if does not exist, imagine the things that you can accomplish. Imagine how far in your life you will go and succeed if you took that one phrase out of your mouth, out of your head, and threw it to the side. And that is basically what you have done, Patty. You said, I'm going to go with the flow. I'm going to live my life. I'm going to accomplish my dreams. And I mean, your story is inspirational because people don't understand the struggle that, I'll admit, I was born and raised here in the United States, and I didn't have to flee to have what I have. So for you to have to do that and still have such a wonderful attitude and say I'm blessed and what if doesn't exist is such an inspiration, and it gives me chills, and I absolutely love that.
Yeah, a friend of mine made me an interview, and she asked me, say, Patty, how you build your dreams? The interview was in Spanish, and I say, I guess we are like like a dough. We put a little bit of water and we put, all the ingredients, and you molding yourself. You have to molding yourself. You have to be conscious that you are the owner of your life, and I'm the owner. I take the responsibility of my life. Even so, I don't know, back 20 years ago when I crossed the border um, illegally. I'm not afraid to say that word. I'm very open. And
And
yes,
you
I crossed
shouldn't be afraid to
illegally.
say it. We're
So
all,
I was illegal for several years, and I explained in the book, how hard it is getting here for American people that listen. Um, it's not easy. A lot of people think, no, they take advantage of this, they take advantage of that, or, you know, things. It's in every culture, is group of people that they take advantage of the system, but it's more people too that they don't. We work and we bring, how to say that, we are a good citizens. In 20 years living in United States, I just have 4 tickets from the police. That's it.
yeah.
It's 4 tickets, 21 years, 4 tickets. And I get so mad. The last one, it was a few days ago, because I was like, oh, I break it again. Oh, my
Yeah.
goal is going good, doing good. I want to be, part of this society. And I say that I moved to this little town because over here they no bother me with my little 2 girls, and I have I working really hard, and I living in an attic back then when I moved here, and it's how I find the love of my life, my husband. And he helped me. He's a good man. He's an American, and he saw in me things that I know was able to see in myself. So he always say, Betty, you are so smart. You need to go to school. You need to go. And I just like, no, I came here to make dollars. I want to work. I want dollars. I want money.
Make money.
I want money.
Yes.
Yes, I want money. So he always pushing, and he's like, you need to go get your GED, And I was talking with a friend, and I say, when the opportunities, that is one thing that made me get the success that I currently have to one point. I take the opportunities and I say, yes, I don't know what is going to happen, but I'm taking it because they not come back. Opportunities not come back. If you not take the risk, you have to take the risk. It's like in Mexico, and actually I say this in the book, say, if you literally, when you cross the border or the Rio Grande, with people, some people, they die, trying, they get, drowned in there. The other ones, they crossing and they making it, but what are you doing with that, So if you not take the risk, what is it when you about to end in your life, you say, what if I was doing this? What if I was writing that book that I always thinking about writing a book? Or what if I through my TV show, like what I'm doing now, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna take the chance. People go laughing at me, I don't care. I'm gonna try. So I tried to write the book. I tried to get my show online. I did it. I work in a bank. Yes. I cleaning houses. Yes. I cleaning bathrooms. Yes. I do whatever.
Do it all.
I have to take it.
Yeah, you
have to
hustled.
take the chance.
You made yourself. Nobody else made Patty Holmes. Patty Holmes made Patty Holmes. And I love that. And, you should never, and I tell everybody, about 6 months ago, I did an ancestry search, and my great grandfather is from Italy. He immigrated from Italy. If he had not come here, I wouldn't be born. My other side of the family came from England, or no, Ireland. And had they not immigrated here, I wouldn't be born. So you have to think that we are all immigrants, and everybody at some point fought to have something for their lives. And I love that. And you did it, and you're doing it so fabulous as well. I can't wait to read your book. So let me ask you this.
Working on it.
So is your next book going to be you and your husband's love story? Because it sounds fabulous.
Well, it's one of the chapters. The chapter in Spanish have a name, but in English is, let me see if I translate it right, is seeing myself through your eyes. That is the name of the chapter. I narrate how I met him.
Okay, now say the chapter's name in Spanish, because it always sounds better in Spanish.
Es viéndome a través de tus ojos.
See, it always sounds better in Spanish. My husband always tries to tell me a joke, like translated in English, and then I won't get the joke, and he'll say, it sounds better in Spanish. I'm like,
Yes.
yeah, it probably does. So now you say that you have a TV show. Tell us about your TV show.
This is like in March is going to do 2 years. So a fantastic guy from Raleigh gave me the opportunity, and he's like, okay, give me your proposal. So I made my proposal, and I have several class. I have an associates in arts in my community college. And while I was doing that, I discovered my passion. My passion is I want to help people. And I start doing my associates in human services. But when I start doing the practice, I see that the helps, there was too much hassle. You find people already in trouble, and the helps get there when it's sometimes too late. And I get frustrated. I say, no, I'm going to say something. I know myself, and I just like, I better quit human services because it's too hard. I just like, no. And so I keep going with my associates in arts, and I discovered that I'm a communicator. Even though I was talking too much, because I'm a talker, like you can see. I guess that is what I learned English, because I like to communicate with people. Yeah. And so I discovered my passion that was communicating. And I said, I like this. So I'm gonna start searching. I'm a researcher, and I'm always looking for things, learning. And I'm find this class online from a guy in Spanish. He's a Dominican, and he was offered a class for 3 days, and for doing a TV show. They teach you how to do it and blah, blah, blah. And just like he have a channel in Spanish that I never hear of it. And I just like, all right, whatever, it's online TV. Well, okay. So I went, I have all my diplomas and everything in communication in English. So I want to do something in Spanish because it's my first language. So I just want to play with it to see what, which way or how it's going to help me in the long way. It's always thinking about that. And I just like, okay, I'm going to try. So I did it and pay and go. And he have this channel online. And, I asked him, I said, hey, do you want to do he asked me, I said, do you want to do a show? And I say, yes, I want to see a motivational, thing. Everything started there. So again, when the opportunity show up, I say yes. So I say yes to that. I type it up my proposal. I send it to him. And he say, okay, we start this day. We do the intro. I don't know nothing about TV. I don't know nothing about nothing.
You were just saying yes. You said, I want to try this. I'm going to do it. I'm going to learn as I go.
Yes. So in the beginning, he was doing everything. I just go. I have all the all the production, everything that I talking about it. That was my research. I see shows like from year ago, and I was like, oh my God, what I was doing. No, just like, oh my goodness. It's part of the process. You know, you learning. I have a lot of friends that say, Patty, how you do it? They want to, when you want to do something, you want to do it perfect from the beginning.
Yeah.
And it's not work that way. It's,
No.
even when you're making a cooking, you're cooking, you're doing a cake, it's not going to show off on the first time. You have to practice. So
Yeah.
I have this temptation to erase from my page the first shows, and I was thinking, you know what? No, because this is going to bring me to the ground when I get with Oprah and talk to Oprah and say, look, this is how I look.
Yes, yes.
That is my dream, you know, with Oprah talking about my book. So one day I always say, one day I'm going to write a book, and now I write in it. And when I get with Oprah, I say, I told you so. I'm with Oprah.
Right.
So yes.
Yep.
Yes. And when you get with Oprah, don't forget about the porch.
Oh, okay. So they help me in the English words. So come on, Oprah,
Yeah, you know,
bring it in.
And it's funny that you say you look back on your first videos, you're like, what was I doing? Because when we started, when I started doing this, I started at 2019. It was the beginning of June 2019 when I started doing stuff online live and stuff. And I look back at some of those videos and I'm like, who is that person? Like, why was she trying to be this or that? Like, oh my God, I'm embarrassed. But I laugh sometimes because I learned so much that what people want to see is who you are.
Right.
They want to feel you coming through the screen. And it's the same thing with your books, especially if you're writing a memoir. The most important thing about the memoir is making them feel who you are at the core of your being when they read those pages. Making them, when they read those pages, making them feel what you went through. Feel your story in their heart, and they will connect with who you are as a person. Because I've wrote a couple memoirs, so I know that it's so important to be authentically true to who you are. And I love that, you know, just talking to you here, I could tell that's who you are. You know, you are authentically Patty. You know, maybe that's your next book. Ooh, we just got a title.
Yes, that sounds good. Text me that, please.
Okay, no problem. So your next stuff that you have coming up. So you do the TV show. How often is the TV show?
It's every Wednesday.
Okay, every Wednesday.
At 9 o'clock. Mm-hmm.
And where is that hosted at?
I have a platform that I'm streaming in YouTube at the same time, and in Facebook. I have a group, and I have the page for Mente y Actitud Positiva, which the translation is mind, attitude and mind positive. That is the translation. So that is the name of the book.
So
the show.
The show. Okay. So the YouTube link that we have is where your show is hosted at. So if they go on Wednesdays, they'll see you live on YouTube.
Yes. And actually I have videos there that I do when I inspire. I have a video talking about decisions, making decisions. You know, we made decisions since we open our eyes in the morning. So talking about decisions. So I have other ones about inspiration, different things. I have an interview with my lovely husband. I bring him in. You know, wants to, but I make him.
Man, I need
so that was in English.
I need to learn your secrets. I cannot get mine on camera.
Well, he get a little bit mad at me because I say, come on, let's go do it, please. I ask him again, and he's like, no, I don't want to do that. I just like, oh, wait, okay. So I'm just waiting. I'm like a sneaky, and I'm just waiting for the right moment to grab him and say, "Come on!" When he's so happy and he's,
Yeah.
"Yes, baby, come on!" He's like,
Okay.
"Sit down here, let's go talk."
Y'all are teaching me something here. I got to get him in the right mood. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So, and then you said by the end of the summer, the English version of your book should be on the shelves, right?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm working really hard. One of the things that they told me is I need to give time to the person is translating the book, because they need to find the way to translate my emotions and translate my message.
Yep.
So it's a process too. I have several people talking to people to doing it, but I just hoping in the end of the summer. That is my goal, end of the summer.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Well, keep us updated,
read the book.
because I mean, I am like watering at the mouth to read this whole story. You've got me hooked. Just thinking about what the mental toughness, not let alone the physical toughness you had to go through, but the mental toughness to do that. I mean, I won't lie. I'm a big sissy. Like, I couldn't even think about trying to do something like that. So, I mean, you're extremely inspiring, and not just to come over here and just be like, okay, I've made it, I'm done. No, to continue striving, to continue. You got your degrees, you wrote your own book, you started your own company, you're doing a TV show. It's like every day you're going higher and higher and higher. And it's like, I want everybody to realize how important that is, to show up for yourself every single day. And that's what you've done. You've shown up for yourself and for your family every single day. And I absolutely love that. If you could tell somebody one thing that you feel is the most important part of your journey, that they need to know to help them in their life, what would that be?
Trust.
Hmm.
Trust. That will be the word. Trust in everything is coming good. Trust in everything. Trust in that you are going to pay your whatever you own, whatever you car. Um, you're going to have the money for that ticket. You don't have the money in the moment, and you start freak out because you don't know where the money come from. So you have to trust and say, okay, I'm going to have the money. No worry about it, and it's going to show up. I think that helps me a lot. I trust in everything is going to be good. I Some people laughing at me, and I hear people, even they motivators, say, no, everything is going to be, you're in a bubble when you're thinking positive thinking, and you know positive thinking is one thing, but having faith in that positive thought is a different thing.
Yes.
So you have to think positive, but you have to produce faith at the same time, because people think, it's going to be good, it's going to be good, it's going to be good. But you drop that and you start thinking, how I'm going to do it. No. You have to let it go and keep going, keep working. I have one chapter, in the book that talk about that. And that is the attic. That is the name of the chapter, because I used to live in an attic with my two little girls, and I was a waitress. And I dreamed every night that I was going to Mexico with my passport in my hand, and I was dreaming in myself with the two girls in the flight. I make a movie for them, and I tell them the movie every night. Even my oldest daughter was a teenager, and she say, again, Mom? I say, again, we have to dream. We have to dream.
Wow.
So I just like, oh, Mom, okay, whatever. So, and I put emotion to that. So I'm a believer of the law of attraction.
Yep.
And people say it's BS, but I don't think it's a BS, because I'm a proof of that. So I always dream back then I dream in the nighttime with my girls, and that was exactly the way that I dream it. That was exactly like that. I came down from the plane, and my mom, my sister, they have flags, Mexican flags and American flags. And this is how I picture it in my head.
Yeah.
But I put together my thoughts with my feelings, because when I was in the attic dreaming about it, I have that feeling that actually I was crying when I was telling the story to my girls, because I really want to go, and I was dreaming in my head. I was seeing it and I was feeling it. So you have to connect your thoughts with your feelings. It's like a vibration. You have to vibrate. It's like when you hear, like right now, people is connecting through internet, and your internet is connecting you to see today show, and it's how we work. So it's how I work. Everybody works that way, but not too many know how managing your thoughts and your feelings. So if you start thinking, oh, it's going, I don't have money to pay this, and you start thinking negative, and you bring more of that because you're feeling it. So
Yeah. You tend to create feelings based off of your thoughts, and
yeah,
that disconnect can catapult you into a whole new dimension of where your life is going to lead you. Yeah, so I love that you said trust
trust is the
that faith will put you where you need to be, and I like that. And when you when you start talking about the attic, Patty, it brings up memories of one of my favorite books that I've read I don't know how many times since a young girl. It's Anne Frank's Diary of a Young Girl, and we all know Anne Frank's story, how she lived in the attic, and she talked about her days in the attic. And when you say that, I mean, it was like, oh, you saw me just grab my heart, because it was like it sunk in my chest, and I'm like, I mean, I'm gonna have to. I might even have asked my mother-in-law after she's done reading your book. Let me read it in Spanish, and I'll be sitting here with a Google translator and just Spanish. Like, I mean, like now it's like one of those books right now that I feel that it's something that needs to be read. The world needs to read something that is going to inspire them to know that they can do it if they have the trust and the faith and the gumption, right? The grit, the taking the
yes.
what if out of your mouth
Right.
and saying, no, I've got this. I'm going to put on my fierce red Patty Holmes shirt and I'm going to get stuff done. I almost said something else there. So I love that, and I'm excited for what the future holds for you, Patty, because I know that this isn't it. It's one of the many beginnings that you have. Anastasia, do you have any questions or anything that, because we every time we go on the porch, Anastasia is so calm and so nice because she knows that I'm a chatterbox, and she just lets me go. And then sometimes I forget to ask her and slow down and let her talk. So this is where the point of the show where I go, okay.
It's okay. It's okay. The message is really, really, really good, Patty. I want to say thank you for talking about taking the what if out of your mind, because including myself, I was at that point once in my life, and I'm like, okay, so if I'm gonna use work for example. So if I don't go to my 9 to 5 today, what if this happens? And then it's like when you say that so much and you notice nothing happened, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it and not go to work. And I was able to do something productive for myself. And I'm like, okay, now what if I just stop going to this job in total? And I just focus on Anastasia's writing, and whatever Anastasia wants to do. And I took out the what if, and it was like, it's crazy that you said that, because I've been thinking that, like, what if this happens, or what if that? Anastasia, we're going to stop worrying, because we have faith and we have trust, and we're just going to go with the flow. So listening to you talk about that, I'm just thinking about myself when I go through that what if moment, especially like with different bills and things. And I'm like, what if, you know what? I'm not even going to worry about it. As soon as it comes up and it's like, what? Nope. Nope. There's no what if. There's no what if. It's going to be
No.
fine. So I thank you for that. I know other viewers are watching and it was like, wow, yeah, that was right on time. It was literally perfect.
Yeah. You know, it's funny because I think most of the world now wakes up and scrolls through Facebook. I will admit I'm an addict. So I scroll through Facebook and I see all this. I don't have enough money. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough love. I don't have all these worries, right? All these worries and all this hardship and everything. And what if we start a what if movement, right? What if Patty starts the what if movement where she teaches the whole world to take what if out of their mouth? Imagine a world without what if. And I love that. I think that would be fantastic. So, Patty, I don't want to keep.
Hashtag what if?
Yes, yes. Hashtag
Hashtag what if.
what if movement. The Patty Holmes what if movement. There you go, Patty.
Authentic Patty. What if?
Yes. So I don't want to keep you too long. It's late at night, and I know, boss ladies got to get up and do their thing in the morning. But do you have any shout outs or anything you want to leave us with tonight? Anything you have coming up on the horizon that you want to give us a little sneak peek of? Because we love some sneak peeks.
Well, it's I'm thinking about this. I have the book actually on ebook, so it's an ebook and it's a you know hard copy, in paper.
Mhm.
And I want to do this too when coming in English. So for February the 14th, to all the Spanish speakers, and even if you want to learn Spanish, actually I say how I learn English here too. So that was the one thing. Not having money was my key to learning English. And so what I want to do, what is coming up for the Spanish speakers, I'm going to give away a whole day free ebook for people all around the world. So I'm going to make a campaign soon for one day, which is February the 14th, which is the day of love and some Valentine's. So that is my gift to the world for everything, the good vibes and everything. So I'm giving away that book. And of course, it's going to be like you have to download from Amazon, and it's only going to be one day. So that day, February the 14th, it's coming up.
Okay. So
Okay.
everyone, listen. Everyone knows that Spanish is a language of love, and she's giving away a book on the day of love, and it's an inspirational story with a love story tied up in it. I don't know about y'all, but that's a great gift. Hello, and it's
Yeah.
free
Yes,
for
it's
one
going
day
to be
only.
free.
I like that. I might have to learn Spanish from reading your book.
See,
I agree.
one tip. The tip. A lot of people ask me, Patty, how you learn English? I'm just like, people think because I'm married to Greg. No, it's because before Greg, I know a little bit of English, not a lot like now because I practice a lot with him. But normally, I know how money, so I have to watch TV in English with the captions. Poor my little girls. They know little girls anymore, but I used to what did they what happened why he's dead, why they killing him, mom, just like da 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 da. I said, okay, I got it. I just keep going, keep watching. Even when I met my husband, he invited me to the movies, and when I watch a movie, I watch a movie.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk. I want to see what's going on. That is me. So he was like, so did you single? And I just like, uh-huh. And I was watching. He's like, oh, you have a two little girls only. And just like, yeah, uh-huh. Like I keep watching. So now he's like, you was hard to catch. I say, I was watching the movie. I don't care about you. I was watching the movie. So, you have to focus. That is my goal too, to be, it's like a camera. You always like a camera. You have to, you know,
Tunnel
find,
vision.
Mhm.
so you have to do that. So focus.
Awesome. Do you have any shout outs, Patty, that you want to give to anybody that's helped you along your path, to let them know how much they're appreciated?
Whew, too many people. Um, my friend, she helped me to learning how to write the book. Jenny Bustamante Ferrell, she's a Venezuelan girl. She helped me a lot to writing the book. My girls, they always listen to me. Mariana, Najibe, oh my God,
Mm.
they are a woman now. They women's now. So uh, detective that they helped me out. When I was illegal and something happened in my life,
Mm.
and he was very kind to me. Even I don't have papers. He was so kind. He was so kind. He kept asking me, "What is your social security number?" I was like, "Oh, I don't have one inside of me." And you're like, "Oh, why did he ask me this?" So, Detective Curry, he was kind. He's still my friend. I invited him over every time there's something going on in my life, like when I become a citizen, when Mariana graduated from high school, when my youngest graduated from high school. I always inviting him over because I want to see that he did good. He was my sponsor to get through legalization. So Detective Curry was a big piece of my life to help me out to become legal. Of course, my lovely husband, he always pushing, even if he's grumpy sometimes, but he's a great
Yeah,
man. I love him to death. And, a
they
lot of
always are.
friends. I have a bunch of friends that they empower me and they help me. I have a group of females right now that I'm building up, and we build each other up. And the leader, but I have other co-leaders with me that I invite them and say, I don't want to lead by myself. Let's go lead together and uplift other females, is what we need in the community, Spanish community. I think in every community. So I
In
have a
every
bunch of
community.
friends. Yes, I have
That's
a bunch
awesome.
of friends that they inspire me and help me. A lot of angels, I call them angels, through my life in different levels in my life.
Yeah.
It's always people helping me. I'm very lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome that you're blessed with all those people in your life, and I'm happy that they came into your life and they brought you to us, and we're super blessed to have you on the show tonight, sharing your inspirational story of you chasing that dream of never giving up and always showing up for yourself. And I I look forward to February 14th because I'm going to get the Spanish copy. My mother-in-law has the hardback coming and she's going to read it and we're going to talk about it and we're finally going to communicate more with less hands and more of this. So I want to thank you so much for coming on tonight, Patty. I know that we're going to see a lot more great things from you, so please don't hesitate to reach out and let us know when you have those amazing new things happening in your life, so we can help shed light to more people and send that out across our networks as well. But I don't have anything else. I want to say good night
I
to you.
just want to, one thing, Jessie Campbell, thank you. She's the one that connects us. You say in the beginning, but I want to, in my side, this end, I want to say, Jessie, thank you for the opportunity to connect me with this amazing CJ and Anastasia. Thank you so much. And, thank you for letting me be here today in this, your platform and sharing a little bit of my story.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
yeah, Jesse. And if you guys, there's another podcast out there for authors. Is it's Stories by the Sea. Sorry, look, my bedtime's 8 o'clock, and there were 15
Yes.
minutes to my bedtime, so I'm
Uh-oh.
starting
It's
to
starting to
wait.
wind down.
I'm trying to run. But anyway, so Jesse Campbell, telling stories by the sea. If anybody has a want or a need for that connection, let me know. I can send her a message for you. She is amazing. Like when I got on her show, we were talking like we had been girlfriends for years. I love Jessie.
Me
She
too.
has an amazing show. Yes, and that's how me and Patty was connected. So shout out to Jessie. Shout out to her show. She has some fantastic authors that are coming on her show and sharing their books. So if you're a reader and you want to find out the next great book out there, you want to listen to Jesse's show, you want to listen to our show, And if you're an author and you want to get yourself out there, especially the self-published authors, because the world of self-publishing is
Mhm.
so huge. There's so many self-published authors, and it's very hard when you don't have someone doing everything for you. Then, we're here to lift you up. Jesse's there to lift you up as well. Reach out to us. So, Anastasia, do you have any parting words before we head out for the night?
No, nope. Just see you all next Tuesday, right?
Yes, we are doing this every Tuesday now at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Oh, Anastasia, I've already started reading your book, honey. So hopefully within the next couple weeks, I'll be talking to you about your book, your newest one, your little love
Get
story.
ready.
When paths cross, yes.
Yes. Oh, it's such a good title too. Anywho, but we'll get to you. We'll have a special show just with Anastasia to talk about when paths cross. So, Patty, once again, thank you so much for sharing your light on the show and keep us informed of your future endeavors because you are part of the Porch now, the Porch clan, the Porch,
Yes.
you know, family. So exciting, exciting, exciting. But we are going to end for tonight. We'll see you guys next Tuesday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Bye, guys. Have a good night.
Good night.